All right, so the first tip I'm going to share with you is the very first thing I do, because if it is a day where this is the only thing that gets done before I have to get scooted away from the mirror, I get called to other things, then I want to make sure the thing that requires the mirror got done, and that is my brows. It takes off years. So I'm going to show you the brow liner first. We have a brow liner and a brow tint, and I'm just going to do one side of my face. And so with the liner, what you want to do is not create a whole new brow, but put the color where you see skin. So as we age, things tend to get thinner or droopier or whatever. So we are going to fill in where you see a little bit of skin, and that just kind of creates the shape and a little bit of fullness. You don't have to create a new shape, just kind of define what God gave you. All right, so there you go. So it's just a very natural look. Some people do their brows a little bit more structured, but again, you're your own artist, so you create your own masterpiece. So that's the liner. We also have a tint. Now the tint, the wand looks like a little mascara wand. There is obviously different colors for different hair colors. So when you first pull it out, there's kind of a lot of color on the wand. So rather than starting here, if you put too much color here, wherever you push first, most of the color is going to come off. You can look a little angry. You know those cartoons where you look squishy right there, like dark. So we don't want to start there. So start in the middle to kind of get it going. And you don't push hard. You're not touching the skin. You're literally like brushing it through the hair. So you could do the tint all by itself for a very natural look, or you could layer it like I'm doing with the liner. So it does add color. It also adds volume, and it has stayability. So if you have any kind of hairs that like to do their own thing, it's going to keep them in place. So that is the brow tint. All right. So the next thing I'm going to show you is eye primer. Now, this would be a product if you know you're going to have time to do powder eyeshadows. And so you just squeeze a little out. Let's see. Whoop, that was a lot. And you just pat it on your eye. It feels like an eye cream. And it'll just go away. Let me wipe off the excess. All right. So what eye primer does, it's waterproof. It is going to lock your eyeshadow in place. So it'll increase the wearability, how long your shadow lasts. Just got a little bit in my brow there. All right, and it makes your eyeshadow smudge-proof, crease-proof. Okay, so again, eye primer, that would be on days that you know you're doing shadow. However, here's another little trick. We have liquid eyeshadows. In fact, we have 4 of them. Let's say you can see the different colors. I'm going to put on Light Beam. So you're going to see what it looks like right now. So what I do is this little doe foot, I'll just get a little bit off. Again, this is through Gina's world. So I just put a little off, take a little off, and then just use my finger to rub it around. All right, so you can see it's just a little bit of shimmer, but it kind of does the same thing as the eye primer. You can just use it as a base for your eyeshadow. Or if it's one of those days, I keep looking at my brow, sorry. You can just go. Look at the difference, right? It's just enough to be like, I just did my makeup. I did something to take care of myself. So what I want to show you is there is a cream color brush. So that is, a little bit more probably hygienic, a little bit more control. And you can also maybe not put it everywhere when you use the cream brush. Just so you know, there's also, I have 2. And the way I can tell the difference is I use nail polish to go around because it's the same brush, but this one I use for concealer. And so I don't want to use something shimmery, for my eyelid and then go use concealer underneath my eye and then have shimmer under there. So it's 2 different brushes, but it's the same brush that we sell. And just to let you know, I did put concealer not only under my eye when I did my foundation before, but on my eyelid also. I didn't get as many hours of sleep that is recommended last night, so it's a little dark. So that's just a good tip that you can just put concealer on your eyelid and it gives a neutral place to start from. So you're not trying to combat darkness with eyeshadow. That's a lot of responsibility on a powder eyeshadow. So bring it to even with a concealer. All right, the last thing I'm going to share with you in this video is eyeliner. Now, you may be wondering, why is she doing eyeliner now? Isn't that last? Remember, through my world, if I gotta run, what's the next most important thing? And it's eyeliner. I feel more awake. So, and alive and alert and all those good things. So I'm going to show you, this is our deep brown eyeliner. A lot of people don't know that on the top of the cap, I've already pulled off the little top. This is actually a sharpener. So you can take this creamy top and twist it in the sharpener to get a little bit more of a point again. All right, so with eyeliner, what we're gonna do is start on the outer edge and go towards the inside. Because again, we're kind of getting our fingers used to it, and you tend to push a little bit harder when you first start. And so we don't want the hard line on the inside, because you wanna follow your lashes, and your lashes get thinner as they go around, so they're thicker out here. Now, if you have a hard time and you tend to pull and tug and make it go tight, just don't do that. You're pulling on this skin that's 10 times thinner than the rest of your skin. And the more you tug and pull on this, the elastins, just like an elastic rubber band, the more you pull on it, the less it's gonna wanna go back. And so let's not create unnecessary wrinkles. So if you feel like things just kind of keep moving around, you could hold, maybe the opposite. You're not trying to make it tight, but because maybe just with age, there's just sometimes feels like extra skin. You can just kind of hold it tight right there. I'm not stretching it, but I am kind of holding it. I can't do it because my finger covers where I want to do my eyeliner. But that's kind of a tip for eyeshadow also. All right, so what we're gonna do is start on the outside corner and little dashes. Don't try to do a perfect line. If you can't draw a perfect line, I don't know who can. So just do connect the dashes. And then you just kind of get a little bit thinner as you go around the edge. Now, another reason for doing eyeliner first is if you feel like it never looks good, you're about to put eyeshadow on top. And so when you put eyeshadow on top, it kind of smudges and kind of covers and conceals and blurs out any kind of mistakes that you feel like you made. Now, you can do eyeliner after eyeshadow if you want to pop it, right? If you, after you're done, you're like, okay, let's bring a little bit more definition back, and then you can do eyeliner on top. All right, meet in the corner, because otherwise you look like a line and a line. So the idea is to make your lashes look fuller. Okay, so notice that when I'm putting it on, my lashes are literally moving. I can feel the lashes moving. That's how close I am to the lash line. So now it just looks like I have thicker lashes versus a line around my eyes. And two last quick things. We do have an eyebrow eyeliner brush. It's this little tiny angled brush on one end, and then for your brows on the other. You can see I keep getting distracted by my brows. There's one right there. So if you want to brush them first and then do your tint, you can do that. And then this little baby is so great because you can dip it in eyeshadow. This is my personal palette that has a lot of colors. So maybe I want to set that brown. This is a creamy eyeliner for about 7, 8, 9 seconds. It's still going to stay creamy before it dries into your waterproof, formula. And so you can set it with this brush, and it really will make that eyeliner color pop even more. Again, if you want a natural eyeliner look, you can just use this powder, right? And do it on top of your primer and you're set. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I had a little bit of fallout. There's a little powder that fell off. That's one of the reasons you do your eyes first and then your foundation. That's a tough habit to create if you don't do that already, but that kind of prevents if you have fallout of eyeshadow. It's not gonna mess up your foundation. All right, so I think, one more thing. And then my favorite eyeliner is actually our liquid eyeliner pen. It looks like a marker and it comes in black. Let's see, I can't do it sideways. I know I just drew without you seeing, but so it basically creates a line that you can do thin or you can do thick. It's up to you. You have a lot of control over this liquid eyeliner pen. So one of my faves. All right, that's the end of video 1.